Good morning, everyone. May I greet everybody a pleasant good morning around the globe. Wilhelmina is based in Australia. Wilhelmina is the extension of the seller who produced gold in Conakry, who produced gold in Mali and Sierra Leone. I think you already know Wilhelmina from video to video. Today is November 24. The time here in Australia is 8:45 in the evening. What is the cause of the buyer and the seller failed? Number one, the buyer failed to secure this precious mineral because of too many middlemen, too many chain of broker. And the broker is scared to reveal who is their buyer. Now we are now on the global domain. Wilhelmina will interview you when you come for conference. If you search gold on YouTube, my video pop up. I have several video from the beginning to the end, from video 2011, video 2019, video 2020, video 2021, video 2022, and today is 2023. So every time I interview the buyer, I share what I have rejected the buyer. But I don't want to mention those buyers that I rejected because I don't want them to be embarrassed. Now today, I just rejected 4 joker broker. Why I call them joker? They said that they have a buyer. Someone create a group chat. I interview the buyer, buyer's agent. The buyer's agent still cannot comprehend. And I told this buyer's agent, I want you to relax and take time to read the extensive full corporate offer. Because on that full corporate offer in front of you, I explain the taxes. I explain how are you able to secure the gold, step by step. No such broker explaining to you like this. This is my office. This is my digital office. I'm based in Australia. I only travel with the buyer when the buyer meet the criteria. I will take the buyer to Conakry. If you are from Dubai, Dubai and Conakry is one stop. If you want tons of gold in Mali, you're gonna travel with Wilhelmina. You take a flight, Ethiopia. And also in Sierra Leone, you take a flight, Air France. So it depends on how I'm going to interview you. First of all, before you come for conference with this lady in front of you, I want you to read first the full corporate offer, the extensive. I explain it thoroughly, what necessary you are going to comply in order for us to convince that you are a buyer. Okay? You need to send me a letter of interest coming from you, Mr. Buyer. Because if you don't introduce yourself, you are categorized time waster. Now, my platform is very unique and very professional and very extensive, and you will not be confused because I update my platform time to time, the price of gold every day. Now, the price of gold changes every day. It's not fixed. And then you're gonna come to Wilhelmina, what is the carat and what is the purity? The carats and the purity is in front of you. And you're gonna ask how much is the price? The price is already on this video. Subscribe and click below. Read first the full corporate offer because our selling price less 8% tax included. You're gonna say, oh, too expensive. Well, you're buying very expensive items, so therefore you have to pay the price. Now, even though it's very expensive, our selling price lays 8% tax included. And if you're gonna resell it to your own customer, you're gonna sell it whatever the price of the day. And when I travel with you, when you meet the criteria, when you meet the the interview of Wilhelmina, you're just like applying for a job. If you meet the interview, then you get the job. And if you meet my interview, my validation, then you will get gold or diamond that you are looking for. Because gold is already available on my platform on YouTube channel and also on Facebook. Very extensive. I explain the price. I explain necessary requirement you're going to comply. First of all, you have to send me a letter of interest. Who you are on your company letterhead in order for me to validate whether you are a buyer or not. If you don't know how to introduce yourself, to me, you're not a buyer. You're not. You're just time waster. You're just running around and chasing gold. You cannot chase gold because gold is money you're buying. You're gonna say, well, Amina, where is the gold? It depends. It depends on when you come for interview. You're gonna say, well, Amina, where is the gold originated? Did I not mention to you that gold coming from Conakry, Mali, and Sierra Leone produced by my head office? I am the extension of the seller. I have the power to say yes or no, and I have the power to reject you, and I have the power to negotiate the price, and I have the power to advise the head office to give you a good price. Instead of 8%, I might consider to give you 10%. But you have to convince Wilhelmina. Why? On my platform in front of you, click below, it says, do not travel without Wilhelmina. Because I'm telling you, if you're gonna travel by yourself, you meet the seller that offer you, I can guarantee you, you are going to fail. Guarantee 100%. Why? African seller is very hard to deal with. I'm telling you. There is a buyer in Sierra Leone and in Conakry right now, and in Mali. Well, they are free to travel. They were being offered under value, and they will search on internet because we are now on the global village. You shop on the village in the global. You shop on Facebook. You shop on YouTube. You shop everywhere. You buy gold. You buy products through Amazon. You buy products through Alibaba. You buy precious mineral through us. Live. With the explanation. The carats is 23 plus. The purity is from 96, 97. Why gold has the value? Well, gold is an asset. Gold does not lose the value over time. Gold is a reliable defender of the inflation. Gold changed the price, and our selling price, LBMA, based on the world market demand. You're gonna say, well, Amina, you send me the documentation. Which documentation I'm going to send you? I don't know you, so you have to apply. To apply to buy, you have to send me a letter of interest. There, Wilhelmina, I watched on your YouTube channel. I fully understood that gold is cash business. Yes, it is. I fully understood, and I read the full corporate offer, Wilhelmina, but I still feel confused. Why you feel confused? Probably you didn't comprehend properly. You are well educated. You should comprehend. You went to school, you should understand what you are reading. Because when the seller hired Wilhelmina, my seller didn't explain to you like this. No. The seller is very rough, I'm telling you. The seller hired me because the seller sick and tired dealing with the fake buyers as well. That is the reason why. Going back to my explanation that gold is a tool of diversity investment risk, and gold price change every half an hour. Now you're going to say, well, Amina, what is the procedure and the documentation? The procedure is already in front of you. What you have to do when you watch this video, click below, read it thoroughly, digest it, paragraph by paragraph. It's very clear if you went to school. Very clear. And you're going to say, well, Amina, how much is the tax? It depends on how I'm going to place you. If I'll place you to Sierra Leone, the government sales tax is 5%. If I'm going to place you to Conakry, the government sales tax is 1.5. Okay? Not 1.5, I'm sorry. In Sierra Leone, the government reduced the tax to 1.5 equals 5%. In Conakry, the government sales tax is 6.5% on the total sale value of the products that you purchase from us. If I'll put you in Mali, the tax is 7%. That is normal. You have to pay the products plus government sales tax. The government sales tax is the income of the country in order for the country to develop into infrastructure. So you cannot run away. So if you cannot afford to pay the products and if you cannot afford to pay the government sales tax, therefore, don't be involved in this gold business because gold is money you are buying. When you resell it, you make a profit. Now you're going to say, well, Amina, what is your role? That is a very good question. My role is to interview you, whether you're a serious buyer or not. You've been running around looking for gold. We are here to do business in a proper way. Don't cut corner. Do not. You are going to fail. I interview lots of buyers pretending to be a buyer, and he said he's a buyer. And suddenly, he fly around and he running around and he was been dealing with the seller that offer him undervalue. So what happened? The buyer arrived on that particular country and he failed. Then he come to me to ask me to rescue that particular buyer, especially Indian. Indian are notorious on bargaining. And then they were stuck in Sierra Leone. They're stuck in Mali. Okay, they asked me to bring the gold to them. The gold will not come to you. The seller would not bring the gold to a stranger. So before we're going to believe that you are a buyer, you need to send a letter of interest for me to convince you, for me to validate you before I'm going to advise my head office. Without my advice to the head office, you are going to fail. This is how the protocol of serious seller that we need to check your background, whether you are a smuggler, whether your money is clean, whether you are scrupulous, or whether you are a gold launderer. So that is why buyers, agent, or buyers is scared with Wilhelmina. You don't need to be scared because you are lucky that I am here to explain that this is a real business. You buy gold and diamond, you need to travel. If I'm with you, if I am the buyer, I'm not going to give the seller money. I have to see what I'm buying. I have to test the gold, whether the gold is low grade or high grade. Because in Africa, there is a gold of high grade that low grade can make into industrial. The high grade can make into jewelry. The high grade can refine into gold bullion. The low grade can make into full state. The low grade of gold can make into spare parts on mobile phones. So there are two kinds of gold, but the seller would not explain to you. He wouldn't. I am here, Mr. Buyer, to guide you. This information I've given you on my YouTube channel and on Facebook is worth $1 million. But when I travel with you, in order to assist you in person in the office so that you will be guided properly by Wilhelmina, my services is not for free. I'm telling you, I have to be honest with you. When I travel with you, yes, I do charge my travel cost. I do charge my service fee. Now, going back to the discount, because you're allergic with the price. You don't need to be allergic. Our selling price less 8%. You sell it to your own customer 2 to 3%, you have still 5%. Because I'm going to travel with you and you pay my services, I will ask my head office to give you a leeway. Leeway means I might consider to give you 10 to 12%, but don't bank on it. Sometimes I give 13%. Don't bank on it because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. Before I'm going to give you 10 to 13%, you need to send me a letter of interest to convince me, a copy of your business registration, a copy of your importation license, your passport copy, and the proof of fund that you have available $1 million in your bank account. Without that, don't bother to come for conference. Don't bother. And we don't sell 1 kilo. We don't. Minimum order 10 kilos or 20 kilos. You don't get profit on 1 kilo. What a waste of time. To travel alone is very expensive. That is why you are buying expensive item for your business, right? And you want this gold because you are going to make into jewelry like this one. I purchased this in Gold Souk in Dubai when I was there last year. There is no bargain. This one, I bought this one 12 carats and this one is 23 carats. Yeah? So gold has many uses. Now, there is a link when you search gold on YouTube. There is a link. You click on the link. You go through on my Facebook. I want you to relax. I want you to read. And I want you to digest it. Do not come to Wilhelmina if you are not certain buyer. Do not. I have been rejected thousands and thousands of joker buyer and joker broker since 2011. I only travel with the buyer that buyer can afford to buy because you are buying money to make money. I am here to help you to make you money. And we are fair. We are flexible. At least I've given you a very good deal because of me, because I'm gonna be with you and I will take you to the office. My seller would not give you this kind of explanation. My seller would not give you 10 to 13%. My seller, when you walk into the office, and if you go behind my back, that is fine. They will sell to you 8%. Leave it, take it or leave it, you can have the gold. Now, it's better for you to use Wilhelmina's services. At least you feel comfortable. At least you are safe. You don't need to worry about the security. Because I've been traveling to Africa to come to my office. I don't need a security guard. I don't need. The seller respect Wilhelmina. The seller has no respect on you. Why? Because the seller doesn't know you. So that is the reason why you need Wilhelmina, so that the seller will respect you because of Wilhelmina. Does that make sense? Now you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, what is the documentation I have to take? Well, you have to place an order first. You cannot take the gold without certificate of clearance, certificate of origin, certificate of ownership, assay report. It's in here, in front of you. I don't need to explain to you, repeat and repeat and repeat. Just read it. Just read it. That's the reason why I'm here live, because the price of gold changed. The price of gold today is 64 plus. Last month, the price of gold was 62, 63. Now, we are now ending 2023. Now, you go on my platform on Facebook. I want you to read. I want you to digest it, pages by pages, video to video. You will see Wilhelmina on that video, live video when I was in Africa. Every time I travel to Africa, I always documented my trip. I was in Mali, I was in Conakry, I was in Sierra Leone. I only deal Sierra Leone, Mali, and Conakry. That's all. Used to be I deal with Ghana. Ghana sellers are notorious. They're all crook. Don't come to Ghana because the government in Ghana has changed. You cannot take the gold out of Ghana unless you deposit 20% of gold to the government agency. The government will find out whether you're a buyer or not. So there are so many buyers in Ghana stranded. So don't come to Wilhelmina. Oh, Wilhelmina, I have a buyer in Ghana. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. I punish my seller in Ghana. I was being screwed in Ghana. Buyers and seller, they're all also greedy. Come with me because I have transactions successful in Conakry, in Sierra Leone, and in Mali. I can guarantee you, you will get the gold. But don't come to Wilhelmina that you are on the ground to rescue you, because that is not my job to rescue you. My job, I am here to guide you. If you read the full corporate offer, then you're a winner. If you cannot afford to buy this product, don't worry. Don't keep on running around. Stay away from this gold business. This is not for you. Stay away. If you think that, oh, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I might make a commission, I doubt if you don't know the procedure. If you come to my YouTube channel, at least you learn. Then you can apply that. Because I'm telling you, no such seller will explain to you like this. None whatsoever. This is my office. I was the one who introduced this. When the seller hired me, 2011, until now, right? I was the one who patterned the way we sell properties in Australia. I used to be in real estate. I'm already retired. I just love to help you being a buyer, and I'm also helping the seller. Africa is a huge continent. 98% in Africa, gold produced in West Africa. Why this Australian mining company is in Africa? Why Chinese are there in Conakry? Why Russian are there buying bauxite? Why Chinese are everywhere? Why? There is a business, and you're a small gold trader. You're very tricky. Now what happened? You're stranded in Africa. Do not come if you're stranded, because I'm not here to solve your problem. You are creating your own problem. So solve it. If you come to my platform on YouTube, you search, at least you learn from your mistake. At least. Then you will reform your bad habit. So I think I already explained to you, Mr. Buyer. And we are now ending 2023. There was a prediction. I read a Kitco website that the gold price can be higher to 700 per ounce. 2024. If I'm with you, if you're watching my video, act now, read it thoroughly, digest it, then you come back to Wilhelmina. Now, we are almost end of 2023. Travel with me this time before it's closing, because the price of gold getting higher and higher. So if you buy gold to any seller, they will sell you, okay, here's my price. But that price is deceiving. You will be deceived by the seller, and the seller is hungry to sell, and you're also hungry to buy. Both of you disaster. Even though I'm hungry to service you, at least I am honest, at least I guide you, and at the end of the day, you're a winner. I do charge my services. I do. My services when I travel is not for free. It's not. You're buying $1 million here. You are. So if you cannot afford to buy this gold, therefore you cannot afford my services. At least I've given you information worth $1 million. Mr. Buyer, advance Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We are still open. We close on December 25. Then we return to January the 2nd. We have still gold in the office. So travel now. Don't wait for the price turn to 700. Don't wait for the price to turn to 2,500. Don't. Come to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina will guide you. Wilhelmina will give you a very good price. I will renegotiate to my head office that I've given you 10 to 13%. At the end of the day, you're a winner. But our price is not fixed. We will review that on the second shipment. At least you get the gold what you are looking for. At the end of the day, you're happy with my services. At the end of the day, you owe me a favor. I don't owe you a favor. I don't. Yeah. So you are lucky to meet Wilhelmina on this video, November 24, 2023. The time here is 9:15 in the evening. We are now entering December. Hurry. Don't delay. If you have the money, act now. Don't go for chain of joker broker. We are here. You can buy directly to us. You don't need to deal with chain of joker broker. We are here to help you. We have tons of gold. Tell me, how can I help you, Mr. Buyer? That is my question. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning to you and good evening here from Australia. And please, I would like to remind you, when you search gold on my YouTube channel, do not say hello, because my name is not hello. My name is Mrs. Wilhelmina Ford. And do not say hi, because when you say hello and hi, to me you are unprofessional. A professional businessman, they will say, hi Wilhelmina, I watch you on your YouTube channel. I went to your Facebook. I am here to place an order. I am here to buy 20 kilos. Here is my proof of fund, Wilhelmina, my bank statement, for me to validate you. Do not be scared, because your bank statement is intact with me, in order for me to advise the head office that I validated you properly. Without sending a copy of your business registration after you read on this video, after you watch, to me, I wouldn't believe it. You need to convince Wilhelmina, because I already convinced you. You've been to my YouTube channel, so therefore you need to read. And then you click on the link, you go on my platform on Facebook. Very thorough, read it, then you come back. Then you make a decision. Your decision is, you need to put that on writing, a letter of interest coming from you on your company letterhead, address, email, etc., etc. Why? That LOI will signify that you are a buyer. Most of the joker broker, the cut and paste, it signifies their time waster. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening again.